You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live. Just saying, featuring conversations on love, sex, and relationships from three sassy ladies. Black Hollywood Live. Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host of Black Hollywood Live, Just Saying.
Just saying.
I love our
Just
song.
saying.
Right?
Just saying.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to Just Saying. My name is Diann Valentine. I am one of your hosts. I am a wedding, an event, and an interior designer. And if you happen to be in love with love just as much as I am, maybe you have seen me as the host of WeTV's I Do Over, or perhaps Wedding Day on TNT. But let me introduce you to two of my best girlfriends and co-hosts of Just Saying. First, to my left is April Daniels. April Daniels is one of the co-stars on Tamar and Vince on WeTV. She's also the wife of LaShawn Daniels, or Big Shiz, as the world knows him. She is a mother, and she is also the founder of a new movement called Rock Out With Me, which I think is just amazing. So, April, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. You know, Rock Out With Me campaign just launched October of last year, and we're preparing to go on a 7-city tour. The purpose of the whole campaign is to unite womanhood. It's really not a good sight when you look amongst the women. You know, it's so much cattiness, division, no support, just foolishness. So we want to cancel all that out, restore it with what you women united should look like. And that's my mission. Okay. Of course.
So much for the movement. And our other co-host is my dear, sweet friend, Miss Sheree Fletcher. Sheree is a television personality. You've probably seen her on Hollywood Exes. She is a mom. She is the ex-wife of who I think is one of the nicest people in Hollywood that I have ever met, Mr. Will Smith. And Sheree also has her own line of jewelry called Sheree Elizabeth. So tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, well, I mean, you can just see it on display. April and Diann are probably one of my best advertisements. Yes, we're always rocking Sheree Elizabeth. And I think the thought process behind it, because I'm not a designer yet, I'm a buyer, and I, pull from different vendors, and I handpick everything, and I want to give you style, but also value, because we can still be cute and be trendy without, breaking the bank. So
I love that because I like to change up my look,
right.
Like, once or twice a month. I need to switch it up.
That's right. And it's all about stacking now.
Right.
So you can buy a lot of little pieces and,
stack. Good.
Gonna be broke. You can eat that much.
Well, thank you guys for joining us tonight. Before we jump into our show, I just want to check in with my girls because we got together earlier this week on Tuesday night.
Yes.
Our friend Sheree was gracious enough to invite us to join her
hospitable.
for the Hollywood premiere of the new feature film Focus.
Yes.
Starring Will Smith. We had us a good old Hollywood time, as you could
sure
see
did.
on the red carpet. I think we were all fabulous.
Yes.
And we had
I think we were
photos.
all wearing Sheree Elizabeth, weren't we?
But of course.
Never leave home without it.
I'm thinking about your bracelet that you couldn't get off.
Oh my God, yes.
Did you really have to cut that thing off?
It was a little small. It was a little small.
Wait, I went to bed with it on. I woke up, it was still there. The
Hilarious.
next day, it was still there. Then I said, okay, wire cutters.
That because I have integrity, I will not sell them, and they are going to be official napkin holders at my home. Yes.
The price of beauty, though.
And the price of beauty.
She
Beauty
said,
costs.
do not. She said, I meant to tell you, it's tight. And I was like, it got on, but it wouldn't come off.
That is hilarious. Let's see, do we have our photo of us on the red carpet?
We were looking fabulous.
Weren't we cute?
We were real cute.
I know. I was thrilled about it.
I was too.
Well,
I felt cute.
I
And,
know.
It was nice to get dressed up every now and then.
But we always tend to wear
dusted up.
black.
Yes.
And it feels like we plan that. Can we just tell our viewers that we don't plan that?
No, that was, but it was crazy because I think everybody at the premiere was in sync. Everybody
Yes.
had on white or black. And
Right,
it's the craziest
right.
thing. Don't we look
But
lovely?
look at us.
Who is that?
Right. Aren't we hot? Had a lot of fun. And then
Yes.
Sheree, with her popular self,
Oh, goodness.
had tons of interviews to do on the red carpet. And me and April were like, well, what are we going to do? Selfie time! And April caught the greatest selfie of us on the red carpet. Isn't that cute?
Beautiful.
Right. Great shot of Hollywood Boulevard.
Definitely.
That's a great shot.
Ladies, you know you had a big premiere when they shut down Hollywood Boulevard.
Right?
Definitely.
I know.
It's a real premiere.
It was.
It's a real premiere.
It was. And
It's fabulous.
I know I mentioned this already, but it was starring, one of my favorite people
And who was
in Hollywood. But, I'll tell you guys a quick story, how I met Will. So when I was hosting Wedding Day on TNT, I was in New York for Upfronts with the network. And we were the lead-in for Jada's show.
Okay.
So we went on stage and introduced our show, and then Jada was right behind us. And so after we finished, we went back downstairs to the green room, and Will came downstairs when he finished with Jada.
Right.
And I was just kind of standing there like, I'm so out of place. There's so many big stars here. How did I get in this room? And he walked by me and he extended his hand and he said, congratulations on your show. I'm pulling for you.
Look at
Wow.
that.
And I was like,
Wow.
So I was thrilled when my friend Sheree got us a great picture with my favorite Hollywood guy.
Yes. Why do you
Willie
and I
Will.
look like little kids on the end?
Right? We definitely do.
Just took our hand out the cookie jar.
Really will.
So
That was
Sheree,
fun.
tell us about Focus.
Well, I enjoyed it. Did y'all enjoy it?
Loved
I thought
it.
it was so good. Will, I don't want to say it, but people are saying he was real sexy in the film.
Well, was he?
I don't look at Will that way. I
Can
don't.
you not, though?
She got cataracts.
Are you blind, woman?
Well, I am. Y'all know I got seeing issues. However,
We need some glasses.
that's my baby. You know what I mean? Like we're family. We
Exactly.
co-parent. No, I don't.
You
and he's
came
handsome.
together to have a child.
The body looked good.
Yes.
So visually, the movie was I thought was stunning. Was beautiful.
Stunning.
It was stunning. I mean, it was just
stunning?
beautiful. See, you see what I got there with? I thought we was uniting.
Oh, yeah. Hard to people.
I thought we was uniting.
I was just trying to understand what was stunning.
Okay. And the movie was about a con artist. I mean, they were running scams and running cons, and I'm probably not going to explain it very well, but just go and see it. Will Smith delivers. He's very much, charismatic, engaging, and I think you'll really, really love it. And it's got a lot of twists and turns. So, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. It's not something that's predictable, and that's what I loved about it.
That's true.
It opens today. So make sure, yes.
Make sure
opens
it's your
today.
weekend plans.
Absolutely.
Make sure y'all see it.
Yes.
You will not be disappointed.
At all.
All right, ladies, so let us jump into our topic for tonight.
Ooh.
Sex in marriage, the good, the bad, and the tired. So, ready for a nice, candid conversation, right?
Absolutely. I've been
So,
waiting this all week.
It's going to be juicy.
me too. Now, here's a stat for you. It says, according to ReadersDigest.com, nearly 60% of both men and women who are unhappy with their relationships say they would still be happy to spend eternity with their partners.
Sexually.
Wow.
Yes. Interesting, huh?
That's very
Definitely.
interesting.
One more, because we think sex is such a big deal, right? We
Right.
put so much weight on it. Well, according to a Direct's sex survey, Direct's the condoms,
Right.
okay, 50% of couples are dissatisfied with their bedroom escapades.
65%.
Put them on my prayer.
And I'm
What
gonna tell
do they
you,
do?
I got a lot of Christian friends, and no matter who I talk to who's a Christian, they go, "Oh my God, I just love my husband. God didn't bless me with the best man I could ever thought I was going to get."
And then they get home and be like, get away from me.
Why do we do that? So what I want to talk about is, sex and marriage. Is it really the quest for the best sex ever, or is boring sex okay? So, for example, how long is the honeymoon period when you start having married sex?
Should be for as long as you can get it up and
Hello.
come to the party. I mean,
You still having honeymoon sex?
absolutely.
All right, and you've
I
been
wouldn't
married
have it
how
any
long?
other way.
7?
It's going on 14 years.
Wow.
Yes.
But we need some tips.
Big shiz is
They don't call it big shit.
right. That's all y'all gonna get.
What about you, Sheree? I mean, I know you're going through a divorce, and
Yes.
sensitive subject, but you were on your honeymoon for a while
Yes.
with Terrell, Mr.
Yes.
Fletcher.
And the question is, I'm sorry.
The question is, which honeymoon was better?
Oh Lord! You see how
gonna be in
y'all
so
are?
much trouble.
Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy.
The truth shall set you free.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth. My latest truth, and the latest truth was with Terrell. I was celibate for 7 years.
Oh, before
Prior
you
to-
got
oh, yeah.
married. Ah.
So yes, it was like honeymoon.
Okay, so now
So
let me
you were
ask-
like rabbits. You were like two
Well,
rabbits.
I mean, when you save yourself for 7 years and he did the same,
Right.
it ain't gonna be all long and drawn out.
Now, let
I
me-
mean, obviously, you know what I mean? Like,
I hear you, but now let me ask you this: is it possible that after you're on a 7-year celibacy, that anything would be great?
no.
Ah.
I
So
don't
you
think
remember.
So. Well, yeah, because what happens, I think once, and that's probably why, God's way is the best way. And if we lived in a perfect world and we could keep ourselves and never have sex until we got married and be with that person the rest of our life, that would be amazing. Because what happens when you have other sexual partners, now you have a standard. You know what I mean? And
that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
so that's not always a good thing.
Okay, well, you kind of didn't answer the question, but I'm gonna let that slide. It's all good. It's all good. So,
Little diversion tactic. Little diversion tactic.
She done slid us on into something else. All good. I get it. So, how long do you ladies think is a good session? 1 minute, man.
No,
30
no
minutes.
minutes, unless they turn into like hours.
Now, when you say a session, what are you talking about?
Like, do you have sex? Is a good session like a 15-minute session, or is it good if it's
From
a 30
beginning
minute?
to end, or
Yeah.
you talking about just the intercourse part of it?
Well, huh?
You talking about just the intercourse part of it, or you talking about from beginning to end?
Yeah, no, from beginning to end.
I think 15 minutes is probably a little quick.
Okay, well, I'm asking.
I think it's a little quick.
Well,
I mean, Mr. Damon isn't Mr. Damon for no reason.
I always feel good about like 45 minutes to
Okay.
like an hour and 15 minutes. It doesn't feel rushed. I feel like we don't have to go nowhere.
Yeah.
And Damon is a very attentive man.
Yes.
Shall we say?
We love that. So, however long it takes.
All right. So no timing. No timing.
No,
However long it takes.
Now, if it's 10 minutes, we got a problem. However long it takes.
But wait, if you get yours in 10 minutes, you ain't good?
No.
Oh, I'm good.
See, that's because she's
Selfish. You're selfish, Ray.
No, it has to be
Straight to sleep.
No, it's got to be mutual.
Yeah, that's.
And why is it only once?
Oh.
I'm just saying, when it's good, it can get
Why
real
stop?
good,
Yeah.
right?
But sometimes it's so good that it's a wrap. You don't want it's like you don't want to put nothing else on top of it. You just want to savor it. And sometimes I think it should be about you. Sometimes it should be about me, because everybody doesn't, have an orgasm. I mean, I don't think every time you have sex and you have sex, do you both have an orgasm?
Absolutely. Why are you having it if you're not?
Well, with my husband, yes. With my husband,
So
yes.
you're not okay if you don't just say, oh, "Baby, this is just about you. I'm gonna make it happen for you."
No, now listen, it's been times I have done that, but my husband, no. He's like, thank you, baby, but I want to please you like you just pleased me. So, I guess it's different strokes for different folks. But if I started, he gonna finish it, and if he started, I'm gonna finish
So you've
it.
been married for 14 years.
And then what about foreplay? Right?
Yes.
Yes, very
Isn't that very important to good
Absolutely.
sex?
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes. I think
It's the-
especially for women.
Yeah, it's the catalyst to good
Right.
sex. Now, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you want to just be dirty and just go for it and
Right.
eliminate all of the, preliminaries. But it's still a little something that's in there that's equivalent to foreplay. You
Right,
know what I
right.
mean?
Do men need foreplay, you think?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
they
that's
can
really
just walk
for
in
us.
the room and be ready.
Yeah, that's for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
And okay, maybe I'm being a little bit too personal, but take a look. This is one of my favorite positions.
Oh, wow.
I so love that.
Right? Nothing like a reverse cowgirl.
What do you think about that, Sheree?
I think it looks lovely.
And you know what I love? The best thing about this shot is
Yeah,
the
that's a
woman,
good
she's
shot.
still clothed. She still
Yeah.
has on until this is all about
Very
foreplay.
sensual. Yeah.
Right?
It's very
Yes.
sensual.
Right? So
and-
no sex has actually occurred yet, but they are making love.
we love it. We love it. I
Look how her foot is pointed.
Right? That's beautiful.
That is
Right?
beautiful.
I wonder if that was intentional.
I'm conscious of my feet.
Yeah.
I want my toe to point. Yes.
Oh, I'm not conscious of my feet.
I am
I
conscious.
used to dance for like 6 years in school.
You did?
Yes. So I'm always like, you
Yes,
know,
you
I have
wanna
to be
point to-
beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, right.
I have to, you know, extend.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want to shame my dance teacher. That's a-
Wow.
So Diane,
I don't think
you
about
getting busy
Grace.
like clubfoot style.
I just don't.
Diane over there like, France, please don't get baby.
Y'all making me sweat.
I think you are graceful, but you don't know it because you don't put any attention
I
to it.
really don't.
But I know Diane
really
Valentine does not have flex feet when they over her husband's shoulders.
Well, that's true. That's true. But I don't be thinking about my choreography for the evening either. Y'all be putting a lot into it. I need to learn some of these
Yes,
tips.
my toes are like hers,
like
and Sean's is like, hold on, baby.
Point your toes.
I love it. Love it. I love it. So,
Oh, that's funny.
you know, ladies, so tell me this. After you finish, do you want to cuddle? Do you want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? What do you want to do next?
I don't think it's any rhyme or reason. I know it's been days where I want a peanut butter and jelly,
Yeah.
and it's been days where I just want them to hold me and let's go to sleep.
Right.
You know, so I think it depends on what type of sex you had.
That's what makes women so complicated. 'Cause,
Right?
You know. Yeah. Sometimes I like to cuddle,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm one of those people, I can't cuddle all night.
Right.
I just can't. Like, I need to be free. I can't have somebody all up on me.
Well, I always want to cuddle, no matter where it is,
Absolutely.
where we are. However,
night long, how long do
no.
you-
Once
Yes.
I go to sleep, I don't like to be touched.
Yeah.
I know. I get hot.
I'm
I
the
be
same
sweating.
way.
Now,
That's what I'm
sometimes that
saying.
happens, but that's just that's just it. Like,
But see, when we cuddle and I go to sleep, then I don't realize that we're not cuddling. Now I'm asleep.
you don't wake up in the middle of the night. Cause let me tell you something. We start off cuddle because I back that thing up and then we go to sleep. But then when I wake up, I'll be like, he's not holding me anymore. So now I'm like, he waking him up. I do.
Oh my God.
And you know, for us, it's I guess too, and it's, I don't know, because yours is similar. We're apart from each other sometimes for a lot of a long
Yeah,
length of time.
that's
So
true.
whenever he's there,
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to be all up under him.
You know, and it's funny because this picture here, this is kind of like my favorite cuddle position.
That ain't cuddling. No wonder you don't want to cuddle. Your back could be hurting all night if that's what you call cuddling.
No, but what I'm saying,
Define cuddling.
but I'm just saying, like, Damon comes home, right? And the first thing I do is like
that?
straddle him, like
With your clothes off?
no, with them on.
Lord Jesus,
Or
I need a
off.
glass of ice
Just
water.
depending on,
It's hot.
where
up
I'm
there.
at. You know, if I'm coming out the shower, I just
Got
avoid
you.
clothes. But I love that cuddle position.
That's not cuddling, dear.
Well,
Yeah,
you know.
we wouldn't consider
That
that.
is-
It's more choreographed cuddling.
Yeah.
No, that's position 43 on page 16.
Hello, getting straight nasty. That's what that is.
See, sex is, it's not all about sex. Sometimes I just want to touch him.
Yes, but that's not just that's misleading if you think that's just
that's way
touching.
misleading. You don't confuse the listeners.
Right, he like,
Diane.
I now got blue, you know who? I'm like, what is going on? We can't cuddle like this.
For the record, April and I do not consider that cuddling.
At all.
Well, I do.
Listen, you could come up with some charges, you go cuddling the wrong person like that.
That's the best one.
Can I just divert for a second?
Yes.
Cuddling.
Yes.
The movie with, and I'm gonna mess it up, but it was with Angela Bassett and Wesley Snipes. I think it was Waiting to Exhale.
Yes.
Was it Waiting to
when they,
Exhale?
they had
Oh,
that's
yes.
Beautiful. That was the most beautiful
Yes, it was.
scene.
Yes,
when
it
they were
was.
just-
They
held her.
spooned.
They spooned.
all night.
Yep.
That
Wow.
was beautiful. That was beautiful.
That's
when them
cuddling.
cameras went off, that's what they ended up.
Right. This was the scene that happened before the spooning, right?
That happened a year later. Remember actually, yeah.
So, all right, ladies, last question. So, what is the best sex you've ever had?
My husband.
Well, I mean, how do you describe it? Not graphically describe it, but, you know, how do you describe the best sex you've ever had? Right.
Well, for me, it's because we are connected more than just physically. Emotionally, mentally, I know he's connected to me and he wants the best for me. And every morning he wakes up, I'm the first thought on his mind. And every night he goes to sleep, I'm the first thought on his mind. So when a man cares enough about you in that capacity, he wants to please you every way possible. And if you have a partner that's coming to the table like that, how can you have the worst sex?
True. But wouldn't you say, you know, some sessions are better than others?
Yeah, some sessions, but I'm never displeased.
Well, not displeased, but what makes the great ones so great?
When Jet's not home.
That's the baby.
That is the baby. Poor Jet. Let me tell you, we got rid of him last weekend.
Poor
We were like teenagers in college. I was like, I don't know if I could do that.
Jet is April's 10-year-old?
9-year-old.
9-year-old son.
He know how to pop. He's MacGyver's son. That's who he is. He can take a bobby pin. He can open the front door with it. He knows to take a credit card and pop the. No
So
lie.
you're always on guard when you
On
have
guard,
sex.
yes.
Yeah.
And when we lock the door, he unlocks the door and walks in.
What?
No,
So-
he needs a timeout for that. You gotta teach him that is
But
not
see,
okay.
he doesn't know what we're doing on the other
let me tell
side. He
you.
just thinks it's funny to him.
Wow.
Like, hey, let me pop the
He
lock.
walks in on one of them pictures we just showed.
All right.
That baby gonna be
He gonna be
traumatized for the
ruined.
rest of his life.
Well, he did walk in one time. But it was right before the nasty got nasty. Yes. And he said, Mama, what are you doing? I said, give
knew.
my husband a kiss.
He knew. Where was you kissing him?
I was dressed. I was kind of like the cuddling position. But we was clothed. We had on our clothing. It hadn't gotten there yet. It was the preliminary.
Sheree, what about you? Best sex you've ever had?
The best sex
Yes.
I've ever had was outside in a pool, and it was just in California. Weather was perfect. Why is there laughter?
I want to know who pool you was getting nasty.
We did, like it was a spa treatment. So we rubbed mud.
Public pool?
No,
Right.
No, it was a 5-star resort.
It's
Come
still
on now.
And you said it
No,
was
we
a
had a
couple.
private pool. It was a private pool.
Oh, for the
Right.
couple.
Yeah,
Like
it
you
was
could
a
do
private pool, exactly, and it had
Nasty, but-
like off of the room. It had a pool that was totally, private, exactly.
Yeah.
But it had a bathtub, so you put mud on each other, then you rinsed it off, and then got in the pool, and it was very romantic. See, women are about I need the
Women are
romance.
about romance.
Yeah.
Romance.
I need the romance.
You know, for me, my best sex is always when David and I are on the road.
Really?
It is always when we are traveling and we're on the road. I think what attracts us to each other is that we're both so driven. We're both so fueled by our careers and when we are working. And really when we are working is when we are the happiest. Is when I feel like I have everything. I've got career, I've got family. And, I get a little freaky when dollar signs is involved.
So your alter ego comes out.
Yeah, Lola wakes up. Be like, I get to have sex and go shopping tomorrow with no back talk. This is all good.
We have a question from YouTube.
Oh, great.
We have a question.
All right.
The user wants to know from Sheree. She says she's been celibate for 6 months, and she wants to know tips to avoid the temptation because she almost slips a few times.
Oh, that's a good
No,
one.
I think that the temptation is going to be there, as we really are sexual beings, but you just got to be smart and you got to be wise. Get home at a decent hour. Don't be alone. If you're trying to abstain, just don't put yourself in compromising situations because you will have the temptation, but you don't want to make it easy to act on it. So,
that's smart.
Tell her
She's
she
the
can
best.
borrow Jet anytime. We'll make sure that she keep that thing right.
All right. So, ladies, now we've talked about all the good stuff. Now, let's talk about how bad is bad sex, really? Have either of you ever faked an orgasm?
I have not.
No.
No, I have.
I haven't. You just want him to get out off of you?
Yeah, like before I got married, you know, like
okay.
a bad
We're not talking about
partner.
with our husbands.
No, not with our husbands. Or whenever you did. Look, maybe with your husband, whatever you did.
No.
But
She's so
I definitely faked it. You know, when I was dating somebody I didn't really want to be bothered with, I was looking like her on the edge of the bed. Like, why the hell am I here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let me just hurry up and try to get through this.
Right.
You know, and then we will go our separate ways.
I've had some really bad sex with somebody I was in a relationship with.
Oh no.
Yeah, and the thing is, at first, you know, that love, that just, you know, the in love, the butterflies will carry you. Love covers a multitude of sins. And then when that love wears off a little bit, it's like, okay, bro.
You like time's up
now. Yeah, it was like he just wasn't giving any. It was like there was like no passion, no fire. It was just dead. It was dead sex. That's the best I could describe.
So how do you tell your partner when he's horrible in bed?
You just quit him. That's all I did.
Kick his ass to the curb.
What do you mean? You just left him, and then when he called, you avoided his
It's a
calls.
wrap.
So what happens when you see him in the street?
You say hi.
And keep walking.
And you keep going. No.
But okay, so we talk about men, you know. I'm sure April, you know, I know you've been married a long time, but I gotta believe it's a dud in there somewhere.
Yeah, but who cares?
Right. I love that. Who cares, right? Love that. Such a non-factor.
Right.
But what about us ladies?
Yes.
Like, has somebody ever told either of you that you horrible in bed?
No.
Oh my God! Could you imagine?
Arrogant heifers.
Diane, someone told you? No, but I'm just saying.
Well,
Join the arrogant club. Oh my goodness! Could you imagine?
See, I don't.
That's a hard pill to swallow.
It is.
If you are in a situation, because I mean, some of our listeners might be in a situation where, you know, they love their guy, it might even be their husband, and they're not having good sex.
Yeah.
I don't think you ever say to somebody, you know what, this is horrible, you're horrible in bed. You have to be very, very conscious of somebody's ego and their, you know, but you tell people what you need.
You have to tell them. You can't stay in a relationship.
Stay. That's what I'm
but
saying.
If this is your husband,
right?
But I'm saying
we need to talk.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But it's the way you talk. You absolutely need to talk, but you can't say you're horrible. You're going to totally break them. You're going to break them down.
I think regardless of what you say
perform.
is going to break them down. If you say, "Baby,
I do too."
You're just not pleasing me like
But you
I
can't
would like
say
to be."
that.
Baby, it just wasn't good last night.
Baby, touch me here. I like when you touch me.
Well, why I gotta touch you
I like
there?
when you. That's what you do.
Because you're not getting it when you touch me.
You tell him what you need.
Yeah, but
versus what he's
listen,
not doing.
But we hear you, but okay, if it was me, I'm gonna put me in the hot seat.
What would you do?
You can't tell me no kind of way because I don't want to hear nothing that you can say that says that I'm not good. That's just like,
well, how are you going to please your partner if he wants something?
I know, but
if you're missing the mark, but you can't really take that personally. Because
why not?
Well, maybe he needs you to stand on your head in the corner of the bed. Maybe that gets him off.
And that's the angle I would go. I would really turn things up a notch and see how he receives what I'm doing before I say, just wasn't good last night. Oh my God.
Yeah, you can't say
it's
that.
really like, you know, that's...
But come on, ladies.
Yeah.
I'm sure you both Sex and the City fans.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
So remember Charlotte married Trey.
Yeah.
And Trey had a serious problem. He could not get it up.
Not my Trey. You got
No, not your son. I just said Sex and the City. I don't think, your handsome little boy was on Sex and the City. But Trey couldn't get it up. Right? And she was married and she appeared to have the perfect marriage.
Right.
And she struggled with that for a long time before they got a divorce.
That's the problem.
No, I would just turn it up a notch.
But isn't it better to just be honest and just say, I'm just not enjoying this. So can we figure it out together?
That's a hard conversation to have. No pun intended.
Well,
difficult conversation to have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then what do you do?
Turn it up a notch. If it's me and I'm not happy, I think my first attempt would be, okay, let me stimulate something different and see if he receives that. And then maybe he just needs me to lead and then he'll come and be everything I want him to be. But there's no way I can bring myself to say to my significant other, you're missing the mark.
Wow.
How do you say that?
Okay,
Yeah.
but all right.
But you do have to have you have to
You
communicate.
have to communicate.
in some kind of
Have
way.
to-
Because let's just
Drop
use,
hints first.
I wonder how many people have gotten divorced because they didn't have the courage to have those hard conversations.
Me too.
I'm sure that number is pretty high.
Like Sheree was celibate for what was it?
7 years.
5 to 7 years, right? So that's a long time. So what if she waited and Terrell was horrible?
Yeah.
You know, then what?
I would put a message in the bottle.
Boy, you better bring it.
Let's just yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I don't
Because
know,
when
I
you make a
guess-
commitment of marriage, that is a very serious commitment.
It
You know what I
is.
mean? And do we just walk away from it because, you know, our partners might not be what we had hoped they would be?
That's a good question. I
Y'all
don't know.
just
I
looking
think
at me. I'm just saying.
I think you have to weigh it out because isn't there just like pills and stuff you can take, medication you can
Yeah,
take for
but I
erectile
think-
dysfunction? I think you got to weigh it out.
No, but
Sheree
listen.
look like she need a drink.
No, but I wouldn't give up because listen, when we get
Sex on
married,
the beach.
nothing's perfect day one.
Right.
It takes a long time to get
Right.
things in a rhythm and
Yes.
be able to coexist.
sexual
with,
rhythm?
No, just overall marriage
Gotcha.
alone. So if we have patience to get our marriage to this great place, it's the same time
Yeah.
and energy you have to give with that. You can't just be ready to board the ship because
Can I ask, would either of you, now we know you're going to be married the rest of your life to your husbands.
I hope so.
Yeah.
But I will.
We do believe that. But in where you sit today, say you weren't married, would you want to have sex? Would you want to try it out before you got married, or would you want to wait?
No. I would die for having to be in the area of dating and finding someone because it scares the crap out of me. And I can't even imagine pulling my pants down to anybody other than my husband. I can't even imagine test driving it before I purchase. I can't even
You can't even go there mentally.
I can't.
Gotcha.
I can't because it's such a scary place.
Yeah, I
you know,
feel
you don't know what you're getting these days.
No,
it's like,
that's real.
who are you? What are you? What's your, motive? Have you been to the doctors lately? Let's go together. I just need to see.
it's scary.
It's
scary.
it's just
But we
different.
got to give our single ladies some hope now.
Yeah. And I think that,
Well, that was my personal opinion for me.
yeah.
If I wasn't married and I think I'd become a nun.
You become
Oh my Lord. Ain't no way your freaky butt would be no nun.
Well, maybe me and the priest would get married.
Don't believe it.
Now, I
You
just
and the priest be behind the pew.
Do not believe it.
Diane style.
today's prayer.
You'd be happy though.
Walk around, 'cause I'm happy. No. I mean, listen. Not to get churchy, but for real, it is very important to seek God first in any relationship.
Sure.
The minute I took myself out of the equation, that's when he released Sean to me.
Wow.
The minute. And I had a lot of duds that I was like, for real, God, you just want me to be single the rest of my life. I don't understand it. But the minute I took my hands off of it, he showed up
There he
and
was.
came. So that is what I can give the single woman. Patience and prayer.
Yeah.
You cannot go wrong with that.
You can't, but I do think that sometimes you miss the mark. Sometimes you think you heard God, you think you heard him tell you that this is your dude, and because I know, not myself, but I have plenty of friends, that really believed that God had sent them their husband, and then they get married, and then they not quite sure, and then to top it off, the sex is bad. They like, oh damn, how that shit this happened.
When I look at marriages that didn't make it, I don't think it's them not hearing God. How do we know that God didn't give them that relationship or that situation to prepare them for what he's really about
For
to
a
release?
season.
Okay. All right.
I don't, yes.
Okay, popping wisdom.
Another question from our live chat on YouTube.
Nice.
She says, my husband and I are newly married devout Christians. We have done everything but, and it was all good, but when we got married and started having vaginal sex, he cannot last more than 5 minutes at the most. I don't mind, but it has taken away his confidence in the bedroom and changed our sexual relationship. Do you have any advice on how to repair it?
That's exactly what I was just talking about.
That's tough. I think.
Come on, former First Lady.
A medical doctor. I would go see. I would, and go with him. Hold his hand, be supportive, and go to a medical doctor. And because, yeah.
But I think that's a really tough one because, if he's having self-esteem issues or his confidence, has been damaged, self-esteem is called self-esteem.
Yeah.
Self-esteem.
Right.
So I don't know that his wife, regardless of how loving and supportive she is, I don't know if she could ever make that up because it's something that he's got to come to grips with.
That's why he has to. But I'm saying she can be supportive. She can kind of accompany him to kind of get to the bottom of it and really see what the issue is. I knew some 5-minute men, and they were not bothered. They were okay with being 5 minutes, and that was, ain't nobody said nothing.
And not to be funny, but there are drugs out there that
can help. Yes, that can prolong it.
There's a solution.
Yeah,
but
there is.
first and foremost, yes, I agree with you. Go to the doctor together. As one, supportive, and see, because for a man it has to be embarrassing.
Yeah, of course.
And he may say he doesn't want you there, and if he doesn't, fine, respect that, but let him know you're still being a supportive wife. Yeah. I'm there, but I'm not there with you in the doctor's office. Right. Respect whatever he requests of you, but still, let him know. Yeah. My woman's riding out with me on this, and that's the best feeling in the world.
Right.
So hang in there, girl.
Yeah,
stand by your man.
But he needs to get what he needs.
Stand by your man.
That's right.
All right. We appear to have great sex lives. But what happens when you're tired? So if you are too tired, is that reason enough not to have sex?
It is for me.
What? So Sheree, this is you up here right here.
Girl, not
you
sleeping? Drooling.
Okay,
let me tell you the worst thing a man can do is feed me.
Oh my goodness.
I get severe itis. It's funny because you think you take a woman out, you wine and dine her. I am going to sleep.
Sheree! Now let me ask you, when you go to sleep, are you okay with him still having sex with you?
Excuse me?
What?
How does that happen?
Well, he probably like, how does it happen? I just spent $100 on you. I'm getting something. I'm getting dessert.
What part I'm going to sleep? I want to be asleep, and I'm a light sleeper. So if you're playing with me, I'm not going to be able to sleep.
Okay, but what do you mean, April? When you say if she sleeps?
Listen.
You learn something new every day.
At the Daniels residence, my husband may have his way with me whenever he pleases.
Oh, okay.
That's your husband.
That is your husband.
No.
So
that is your husband.
You're not sleep, but you wake up, you're saying.
So, Sheree, have you ever made...
I'll be sleeping.
It's crazy. Now, who can sleep through it? If you can sleep through it, there's a problem.
That's what you said.
No, I'm saying, if I'm sleeping, he comes home, I'm not like, no, get off of me, I need my rest.
I'll see
you. That's terrible.
Sheree, have you ever made excuses to get out of sex because you were too tired?
No, I just say I'm tired.
No, damn it. You ain't getting none. Period.
I'm so
period.
No, I'm tired.
Well, I mean, there are plenty of nights that Damon comes home late, or no, Damon is good for going to bed, right?
And then
he wakes up like clockwork between 1 and 2 a.m.
And wants to have sex?
He does. And some nights I do be wanting to say, if you don't back up off of me, because I am like in a deep sleep. Like I just fell asleep. I'm in a deep sleep.
You couldn't have came 30 minutes earlier.
Right. But what do? I just roll on over. Baby, I love you.
Give me some.
That's right.
This one over here.
I am going through a divorce. So please, listeners,
yes.
Give your man
some. I wake up, I keep water by the bed, I have some water, I'm like, let me get my damn mind right. Because I want his ass to love me to the end of time. Absolutely. So let me wake it on up.
3 years, you can't be.
No, that's commendable. That is commendable, child. That is really commendable.
You were that way with Both
Everybody.
husbands just don't matter. Just don't matter, huh?
She said everybody.
They know not to feed. Don't feed me.
So why don't you change the pattern?
And how do I do that?
Say, don't feed me.
No. Yeah, I know that I can't.
Let's
I
go to
can't
sleep.
Eat. I can't eat.
Let's
Yeah.
get in the
I
bed.
gotta
Not go
factor
to
that
sleep. Let's
into
get in the
equation
bed.
because severe itis will
Let's
kick in.
work up an appetite.
Yes.
Then let's eat.
There you go.
There you go.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
You be married
All
forever.
right, but
That's the next plan.
how do you guys handle it when your partner has a bigger sexual appetite than you do?
But isn't that the norm for women? That men are usually more driven? No?
Not always.
No, I'm not saying not always, but for the majority, it's the man is a little more.
Well, I've heard that,
Active
and then
and-
you get a certain age, and all of a sudden you're like
Right.
hungry for it all the time.
Yeah.
But
I feel
think-
like I'm there right now.
You feel like you're at your peak?
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, baby, hello. Hello. Remember that cuddling we do? Hello. There's the ottoman right there. It's waiting on you. Just have a seat.
oh Lord, you like Diane, I got Charlie horse in my back.
He's like,
from all
I gotta
that
work. I'm like, why you gotta work? Damn, we got enough money.
Yeah, no, I it's I'm just always hungry.
That's a beautiful thing.
Freaky April.
That's a good thing, though. I know that I keep Sean, I'm sure, very, very happy.
Yeah,
Very
because
happy.
I don't want my man to be talking about you sleep again, you tired again.
Right.
I'll be back. No, what are you talking about?
I think I had my sexual peak when I was celibate.
Really?
I think I missed it. Damn.
Oh,
I think I missed it.
So-
I think I missed it. No,
Now you
no, but
had it.
I can't do it every day.
Okay, so you said you think you had your
What?
peak when you were celibate?
And then I'm sensitive, so I'll be getting, I'm very sensitive. So I'm prone to, like bladder infections and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, but wait a minute. Your sexual peak was when you were celibate.
I don't know. I'm making a joke.
Oh,
I was like, I hope I didn't
what
miss
was you
it.
doing?
No, I hope I didn't miss it.
Oh, okay.
No, but I'm very sexual, but I don't want it every day.
So what do you mean you're very sexual?
I like to have, I enjoy sex, but I don't want it every day.
Okay.
And if I'm asleep,
we know. Don't even come in the
She might as well
bedroom.
put a do not disturb
even
sign
come
on her
in
back.
here.
no, let me
Yeah.
tell you, no. Mm-mm.
So, ladies, is anything off limits in the bedroom? Is anything off the table? Do you explore?
You definitely
Anybody do
should
any
explore.
tricks?
I just don't want to be hurt.
I did a trick for Valentine's Day.
Oh, we
What'd you
want to
do?
know,
Yeah.
April.
I can't tell you.
April always holding out. I want some freaky tales right now.
Off camera. I'm not ready to share with the world
You should have
yet.
said your friend did a trick and told you about
my
it.
friend did a trick.
Did it work?
Of course.
Wow.
So I guess you had a happy Valentine's Day. Right. So let's talk spontaneous sex versus scheduled sex. Right? So when you're married, is there really such a thing as spontaneous sex?
Absolutely. It's like every time for us, being that we had a little one in the house, every time we think Jet is like occupied with the game or something, it's like, come on real quick. Let's do it. And it's sometimes the best sex.
Right.
And I don't know if it's like your adrenaline's rushing and you're like, we're going to get caught. Let's be nasty. And then you're like, oh, is he looking? It's just so much going on in that moment.
I would
But
imagine
sometimes
that's the
it's
appeal,
best
that you
sex.
might get caught.
All right.
Yeah, like with little
right?
kids. But then what do you do when you do? It's like,
Because see, I have visions that's me and Damon in the morning when I'm having my coffee.
that's such a
I
Diane
really have
Valentine.
visions of that. Like, okay, all right, well, don't let me waste my latte, because I do need some energy today.
Is that a fantasy of yours?
Maybe it is.
Well, then you should make that happen.
Maybe it is. Well, we have frequented a few countertops in our day.
Elizabeth can find a necklace like that for you.
Yes. Isn't that fabulous?
I think that's fabulous.
Now, what's even more fabulous is if she could actually drink the coffee without
Right.
spilling it out
Drop.
while he handles his business.
I love it. Look, her face is beat, hair
Yes.
is perfect.
Right. That's a great
She was
picture.
on her way out the door.
That is a great shot.
Not anymore.
So, do any of you like schedule sex?
No.
I know people. Yeah, I know people that do. Yes, and I mean, I did. When we were married, like we had. Yeah, like
You had a sex night?
Well, we had a sex
Now, how the
night.
hell did that work?
Because I think what happens is we were living. For the most part, one is in San Diego,
Right.
one is in LA. So you have to make time for it to happen. You know, you have to do that.
So are
Because
you
it can't be spontaneous because it's that's not even possible.
It's possible.
No, I'm
is.
saying in this condition, if you have two people that are traveling a lot in two different places a lot of the times, you know, and I have a lot of friends that do that. After kids come into the picture, they schedule it so that it's in their schedule. So it's always happening.
I feel so sad for them right now.
Yeah. I think these people are happy.
And are they happy or are they that 20%? Wait, 60% that say they are when they're not.
Not to say that they don't do it in between. You know, I mean, I don't know what, you know,
But they
I'm sure
definitely
the
make it a
spontaneity
scheduled
is, yeah, but they
day.
make sure that if we don't do it any other time, we're doing it once a week.
Wow.
On a Tuesday night, once a week, at least once a week.
Now we have a YouTube question.
Wow.
Guys, we have 2 questions from the chat.
Okay.
One of them is, how many times a week/month is it healthy to have sex? And the other one is, do you prefer to go to sleep with sex or wake up with sex?
Ah, that's a good one.
I like to go to sleep.
Yeah. But I don't mind. I don't mind getting a little sugar with his coffee before he go to work. keep me on his mind all day.
I love it.
I always prefer sex in the morning.
Really?
Always.
Why?
Because you know what? At night, I'm tired. He's tired.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And like, I hate sex in bed.
But you have like the
I don't want to be
blackout
in bed.
curtains.
I just want to be, you know, wherever.
But I like it dim.
Yeah,
I like
that's
the
what I was going to say.
ambiance.
That's
okay.
my favorite part
That's
about
the romantic
nighttime
bedroom.
sex.
candles.
Is this a
and
different?
Yes, it's
No.
Morning sex is like birds is chirping. like,
every pore
is that
in
the
your
garden outside?
But it like gives me energy. I'd be like, okay, I can like start my day now.
No, because you know what happens to me is in the morning when we do, I don't want to go to work now.
Oh, you want him to stay?
You want to cuddle.
All right.
I'm like on his back, dragging my toes to the door. Do you have to go? Like, you know. Where at night is like, okay, now we
Now
can
you gotta
cuddle,
cuddle,
and
go to
I know I
sleep,
got a
and-
few hours before I have to
That's beautiful.
let him go.
All right.
But I think sex once a week. At
once
least,
a week.
At least.
Okay.
At least once a week, I think is healthy. At least.
That's pretty slim pickings, Ree.
Yeah, you got to
Once
at least,
a week?
At least.
Wait, no, I didn't say only. I said at least.
Doesn't it seem like there's a
'Cause you have to
problem
stay-
if it's once a week?
You have to stay connected. No, I wouldn't say there was a problem.
See, this is the problem.
I'm not going to put that on
She's
people.
a drill sergeant.
How you gonna tell people they're having a problem? I think there are times where people go months without having sex.
And that's a bigger problem.
That's a bigger problem,
Huge,
right.
No, we know that's a problem.
Right.
If you, Sheree says at least once a week.
least.
I say at least 3 to 4 times a week.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I would say at least 3 times a week. I feel like 3 times a week is healthy.
And don't get so stuck on
oh my God.
when and where. Because see, a lot of times people think 3 to 4 times. Well, when can we do it? Well, I gotta go. Don't get so clouded with the when and where.
Are these full out sexual sessions, or are they like complete with foreplay? Or are you talking about just a quickie?
No, it could be a
Like,
quickie. It
Whatever.
could be the full thing.
Whatever
yeah,
we got
stay
time
connected.
for. It could be in the shower. It could be in the kitchen. You know, we ain't got no babies in our house except when Zop is over.
That just seems excessive.
No, okay, we're going to say 3 times.
Three times.
3 times a
Moderation is the
week.
key.
Yes.
Yes.
Moderation is no such thing when you. What
At
in the
least
world?
At least once a week. At least.
You know?
Scare people. People are like, well, dang, we don't.
No, because you only get scared when you think about when and where and don't do
Right.
that.
Why do you have to, like, plan it?
If he's in the bathroom, go in that bathroom with him, lock the door, handle your business. If he's in the shower, get in the shower.
Okay, wait. So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
So when you say 3 times a week, what if it's just oral sex? If you just drop to your knees and you take care of your man, does that count as one?
I mean, I think it
Are
could.
y'all count that? Okay.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
So some kind of sexual activity.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It don't have to be, I made a bed of roses for you.
Right.
Let me turn on the music. Is the lighting right? Lay down and let me kiss every inch of your body. That's you be like, I only got 20 minutes. How you
Good that you have
put that?
elaborated.
Yes.
Right.
No, just going
All
in his
right, got
closet,
it. So
going
any
in
type of
there.
sexual contact.
I think 3 days a week is healthy.
Yes.
You know,
Mhm.
and I love it. You know, getting out the shower, cause see that's how I be looking when I get out the shower.
That thing be on your butt like
That, you know, I be trying to get dressed, and Damon be like, no, hold up, not yet.
Listen, Black Love, beautiful.
You know, my back looked just like hers.
I love it. Go G.
But that might be April's booty. That might not be my booty, though.
No, her booty look a little nasty, D. You can have that one.
So, you know, what everybody in America is talking about right now is 50 Shades of Grey, right? Biggest movie as of yesterday. I think it's done, 600 and something million worldwide. And, you know, I don't know if you ladies have saw it. I went to see it yesterday.
You did?
Yes.
Okay, I saw it too.
You saw it. Reed,
Did you get a chance?
I
haven't
have
a chance
not
to see it.
seen it. I'm not interested.
Yeah. You know, I wasn't either, but I really wanted to understand what all the hype was about.
So what
So
tell me about it, because I didn't see it.
Well, let's just say he had a very interesting sexual appetite.
Okay.
Yes. And he didn't necessarily believe in relationships, but he believed in sex.
And honesty.
Honesty. He did believe in honesty.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you, ladies, how many shades are you? Are you a freak or are you a geek?
I'll never tell.
632.
That's my girl.
You know you 1.2 million. Get out of here.
Little me.
You know.
It be those little quiet ones that you gotta watch.
Exactly.
They be the freak all week. Come on, it has to be scheduled. Whatever.
I think the biblical the word says that the marriage bedroom, or the bedroom, well, it says marriage bed, but the bedroom should be undefiled. I believe that you should do whatever it takes to please your man.
Not talking about I'm asleep.
Right. Hello.
I'm saying
This is
before
when
you
you
go to
change it
sleep.
up.
Well, listen, ladies.
before you go
I just want to say.
So I think
When
this
you're
is a
awake.
great shot here.
Yeah.
Oh, you got some goodies for us. Oh, we want to see.
Originally, I was going to bring my treasure chest.
Nice and
But then I said, I want to share with y'all. And we don't want your treasure. Can't be letting my secrets just run wild out in the atmosphere. Yes. I bought both of you a goodie bag.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Oh.
A 50 Shades of Grey goodie bag.
Perfect. That's gonna be
Baby, I'm
No, that's not to go to sleep.
That
That
would
is
be
not.
perfect when I'm asleep.
She won't go to sleep with it.
Don't nobody talk to me.
Well, listen.
Oh, my
when you go
Lord.
to sleep, you put that on and pull out this vibrating love ring.
Oh, how did this work?
So this is for him, but I feel it too.
Oh, wait, I think I got one of these.
You got two now.
Yeah. And
You never have too much.
Yes.
Ooh, candles.
Now, I didn't want to compete with the very lovely scented candles you had, but we don't want to get them messy. So you
Right.
use those for the messy nights.
Okay. April, you're the right kind of friend, girl.
Thank you.
Oh, candle. Can you drip this on somebody?
What in the world? You just ran all the way down the street with the gift bag.
Can you drip it?
I don't know mahogany, can you?
That is my favorite movie.
See, I feel like 50 Shades of Grey
got
was
a
missing a great soundtrack.
Can you eat it?
Like, Damon has a sound. Are you eating that?
She done lost her mind.
This is not edible.
Do you think?
Why is the spoon in the candle?
Because when it melts,
Oh, my Lord.
and then you drip it all over.
I wish you had told me that beforehand.
Before you ate it, why would you eat a candle, Jet?
I heard about edible candle.
Did it say edible in the box?
I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want
You
that.
know what? I'm gonna wait until you're age appropriate for your gift bag because it's clear that you are having problems over here with
With a
staying in
mouthful
your
of
age
wax.
group.
She got a mouthful of wax, y'all. Yeah, I thought 50 Shades of Grey was missing like a great soundtrack. You know what I mean? Like Damon has like an amazing playlist. This is one of his songs here.
What is this?
Y'all hear it nice and slow. Y'all remember this? And R. Kelly 12 play.
Yeah, oh, 12 play.
But
Yes.
you know, great
Freak Me Baby.
soundtrack. Oh, Freak Me Baby. That was a good one. That was a good one too. So, you know, one of the things I really loved about the movie is I thought that in the terms of foreplay, it was like amazing and it was exciting and I was like, oh, this is good. And you know, I was really down with old Christian Grey until he started whooping her ass.
But he wasn't whooping her.
Oh, hell no. He was beat the shit out of her. In the end.
He did. She wasn't bleeding.
Oh,
If it ain't blood, she are.
He had me until he started whooping her
See,
ass.
I didn't really think he was whooping her
So
like
give
that.
me okay,
Yeah.
because y'all clearly disagree.
Okay.
What was whooping her butt to you?
The man was sweating bullets. She was bent over a table. He had a belt.
This picture right here?
No, that was a fun
similar.
moment. Yeah, that was a fun moment.
So he whipped her with a belt.
With a belt, but like with all his might.
Oh, heck no.
Right, and she was laying there like crying, and I was just like, oh my
no,
God.
we're not doing that because she asked him to.
How would she know to do that though?
But you know what bothered me?
Know.
But you know what? When he met her, she was a virgin. So how is she even supposed to know what she wants?
Because she's a woman virgin. She's not a child virgin. That's why she should know what
I thought it was borderline pedophile sexual abuse.
No!
I did.
What pedophile? Was he a lot older than her?
No, he was older, but she was a virgin.
Yeah.
She was a college student. She was graduating from college. He made her sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, and then he had a very detailed contract.
Wow.
About everything he wanted to do to her, and you know what I mean? I was just like, this is like borderline abuse.
At abuse and inflicting pain. I think a little bit of pain is pleasure, but when you start, beating somebody's butt with a belt, and
love taps.
I don't want no love. I don't want no love tap like that. I can hear that belt going pow pow.
So you're good with that?
Sound effects.
Are you good with that?
Heck no. Show that number. Are you crazy? I'm just saying, what I appreciated was that there was an unlimited amount of foreplay.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
The foreplay was great.
And sometimes foreplay can be all you need.
That's true.
If he's in tune with his partner.
That's true. And
He
you know
can
what?
make you have an orgasm just with foreplay.
Yes.
So I appreciated that in the movie because
I think most women have orgasms through foreplay.
Because
that's just a warm up.
No, but most women, I'm saying, it's not penetration.
Who's most women?
the ones that go to sleep.
I'm telling you. I mean, the women I know, except for y'all, most women don't have an orgasm internally. It's it's on the outs, usually through them touching themselves or a toy.
But when I say that, what I mean is a lot of people think that, well, a lot of men rather, and maybe some women think that you have to have sex for that orgasm. Yes, intercourse. And that you can't just by the stroke of your tongue or your hand up and down her back can give her the same.
Yes.
Oh. So it was really interesting to see that they spent so much time.
Yes.
You saw more of that than the intercourse.
Sex.
So you left thinking he was a very attentive lover.
No, I mean, don't get it wrong. He was crazy as hell. But what I liked about it was that he was honest from day one. He was very precise about what he wanted. He was very in tune, because what was weird was, even though he was this freaky individual that liked all this stuff, he still loved her.
He did.
He still, so because he
in
had
a very
that connection
weird,
there,
psychotic kind of way.
No, but he was
very
falling.
serial killerish.
Okay. We're gonna agree to disagree. No, Diane. Even like when he was wooing her with the plane ride and all of that, he was falling for her.
He was.
He was doing things he said he would never do in that contract.
That's true.
So I think when you have a person that loves this foreplay thing, is connected like that.
So it's about control for him. He didn't want to fall in love.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was control. It was absolutely control.
Yeah.
You know? Well, ladies, I think this was one of our best shows. Such juicy and spicy conversations tonight. So, Sheree, tell our audience how they can keep up with you.
Well, you can find me on social media. I am on Twitter. I am on Instagram, Facebook, and it's all Sheree Fletcher.
And I, April Daniels, can be reached on Twitter and Instagram. I am April Daniels. And also for my Rock Out With Me at rockoutwithme_.
Yes, and you can find me across all social media platforms. I am at Diann Valentine and also at DiannValentine.com. I am your host tonight. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Just Saying. Don't forget, tune in next week. Girl, it's going to be juicy. Bye.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Christian, Tiana Hobson, Helen Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.